Hey everyone, Coach Katie here, and today we're going to talk about the facts and the future. If you're watching this in your first week, I am so proud of you. You've done something awesome. You've decided to take back control of life, and I know that it feels a little bit scary, feels overwhelming, feels like I've tried this before and nothing seems to work, but I am going to take maybe a chance on myself now, or I believe in this. I believe in myself. I believe in other people that have said awesome things about this. So just know that your journey is, you're not the only one that's ever felt lost or confused or frustrated. You're not on your own little island where you haven't been able to solve this and every other person has. We're here because a lot of people are in your same shoes. So I am excited to get to go through some things with you. If you have heard me say this, it's not about what's on paper. Anybody can eat healthy. Anybody can go walk more. It's about changing up here what really matters. So when you can fix your mindset, I say to everyone, you have a choice in life. You have a choice to make the right choice or the wrong choice. And you're not always going to make the right choice. The right choice would be go for a walk or eat healthy. The wrong choice would be sit on the couch with a drink and watch Netflix or stop at McDonald's. You're not always going to choose the right choice. It's impossible. It's impossible to be perfect the entire time. However, you also then have a choice to how you react to the situation if you don't make the right choice. So say you go to McDonald's, how are you going to react to that? Are you going to react with emotion and feel frustrated and get down on yourself and beat yourself up and then just hide from the problem? Or are you going to take ownership and take accountability and say, this is what happened. I don't love that it happened, but I will move on and I will just do better tomorrow. Always become 1% better every single day. If you haven't seen my message about getting Atomic Habits, I would go download Atomic Habits off of Amazon, and then I would get it on Audible and I would listen on 2x speed and read it and highlight at the same time. And that is the quickest way for you to build out some really good habits. We have 7 habits that we're going to work on specifically here together, but that book really helps just anybody build out any habit, because guess what? It takes about 14 weeks to build out a habit and another 2 weeks to really make it stick. And it's a lifelong journey of making sure that your habits are under control. It was really easy for you to build bad habits, because what happens is you go to McDonald's one time and you get a McFlurry, or you go to Crumble Cookie one time, you get a cookie, or you sit on the couch one night and binge watch shows with snacks and a drink. One time is all it takes to build a bad habit. It was really nice to get that McFlurry. It was really nice to have that crumble cookie. We do it again the next day because our brain has triggered something saying, wow, I loved that. It was instant gratification. I feel good. You do it, and you do it, and you do it. And that bad habit was built in one moment. Creating a good habit takes a lot longer. When push comes to shove, you're going to choose that ice cream over the healthy food, because the ice cream is something your brain has triggered saying, this was nice. I like this. Do it. It's really easy. It's really easy to just pop the top off of ice cream and just have some scoops of it while sitting and binging a show. It's much harder to cook food or to even tell yourself, hey, I have food in the fridge that I should be eating. That's hard. You're not used to doing that, and it takes effort. Doesn't really take effort to go to the grocery store and buy ice cream and bring it home and put it in your freezer. It doesn't take effort to make yourself a drink and sit on the couch. It takes effort to put on your shoes and go for a walk. So you have on flip-flops today, go for a walk. You can walk in flip-flops. You've probably walked around in flip-flops today. It's raining outside. You can't go for a walk. You got a whole house to walk around in, or a gym, or a grocery store. You have places to go walk. A person with an ownership mindset takes ownership and they say, I will do this despite the circumstances, and I will figure out a way to make it happen. And I will take ownership of it, of the fact that I haven't been doing this so far. And when things don't go the way that they wish that they were going, the person with the ownership mindset will say, I had a choice and I didn't make the right one, but my choice now on how I react to the situation, I choose to react with a positive mindset. I choose not to tell myself that I suck. I choose not to be defeated, and I choose to move forward and look at facts and see how can I do better. So that I truly believe is something really important to think of. Like when push comes to shove, what is the thing that you resort to? This could be a good activity. You can pause this, you can come back to it, do it later, whatever it is. Take a piece of paper, and on one half of the paper, hot dog style, write down everything that you think that you choose in the moment when you're feeling frustrated, depressed, overwhelmed, defeated, had a bad day. What do you reward yourself with, or what do you just go to in order to just get that like instant gratification of like, I'm getting a break and I feel better. You maybe feel better in the moment, but if you know anything, you're here because you're not feeling better long-term. You've realized that your health is out of control in the wrong way and that you need to solve it. And so I want you to take that piece of paper and write down everything on one column, one side of it, of the things that you would typically choose in the moment to help yourself feel better, to just get over a bad day, things like that. And I want you on the other side, write down all the things that you think that you should be doing. Then when you write down all those things that you think that you should be doing, I want you to circle 2 that you feel like I could really work on these right now. Those 2 are 2 that you are going to focus on. And I will tell you, if you circled workouts, but you have more than 20 pounds to lose, you just need to walk first. You need to hit 7,500 steps every day. If you watched the training on the habits for this week, the first 3, honestly, are eating single ingredient foods 90% of the time. Going for a walk and getting 7,500 steps is our long-term minimum goal. Maybe you're at 2,000 right now, so we're hitting 2,500 this week, but at least you're going for those walks that are purposeful and eating enough protein. So write down column of all the things I used to do, column of all the things that I think that I should be doing, and then let's rewrite that column of the things that you should be doing to make it less overwhelming, so you have actual habits that you can build out over time, which is exactly what we're doing here. So if you watched that video already, and if you haven't seen it yet, the video will be here with the handbook for week 1. You'll watch it and you'll be like, okay, these are the habits that I need to be building out right now. We have a workbook in week 1 we're going to talk about right now. It is called The Facts and the Future. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Raise your hand if you have ever felt overwhelmed in life. Earlier today, probably. Raise your hand if that overwhelm has turned you into feeling defeated, depressed, anxiety, frustrated. Like, have you said this? I feel so frustrated. I feel so overwhelmed. I feel so depressed. I feel so defeated. I feel like a failure. Those are all feelings that we have as humans. And they're okay feelings to have as long as they are backed with facts. If we don't have facts, those feelings are just ones that we pulled out of thin air to make ourselves feel better when we feel frustrated, to try to justify why we feel one way or the other. They're not correct. They're not true about you. Your emotions and your feelings without facts are not true about you. They're just things that you feel because you're human. However, when we back them with facts, we're allowed to feel those ways. We can say, I feel frustrated, but why do I feel frustrated? And now we can look at the facts and we can say, I feel frustrated because XYZ is happening. However, because I have the facts, I now know how to fix it. It's not a big issue. I might feel frustrated, but at least thank goodness I have the facts so that I can fix it. So your first job here is to build out the facts of your life. And you're going to get a score at the end. You're going to get a score telling you your current facts in life or XYZ score. Don't hang your hat on this. We're going to do it again in 6 weeks, and you're going to see where is your score now for your facts. So welcome to your first onboarding worksheet. It's time to reinvent yourself. This worksheet and reflection is more important than most people realize. It's the start of your journey to truly ensure that we succeed, not just in the short term, but in the long term as well, because this time around, you'll have maximum clarity on everything within your life to ensure your success happens and that you keep progressing on that success. For maximum success, we need maximum clarity. To get that clarity, we need to identify every single aspect within your current reality that's holding you back from reaching your goals. This means your habits, your daily routine, and the other variables relevant to your current situation and your future success. The reason why most people fail is because they fail to get clear about the facts. They operate from emotions, not from facts. By getting the facts, you'll be able to chart an accurate course towards your solution. By being completely honest about the raw truth, we have the power to change the story of how your life is flowing in the direction that we want it to flow. You're going to fill this out. So what you're going to do first is you're going to go File, make a copy. You're going to name it your name, take out the copy of, and I just have to put something else here because it's titled the same. You're going to make a copy. And now you have your own copy that you can edit. This other one is just view only, the one that's in the course for you. So you're going to, now you have your own copy. How much do I currently weigh? 200. What's a typical day of eating look like for you? You're going to fill this out. I don't have breakfast. I snack all day. I stop at Starbucks on the way to work, etc. Whatever you're going to fill out there, you're going to go full send on it. Do you work out? Talk about that. Maximum clarity on your habits. Which good habits do you already have that we want to continue building on? Which bad habits do you need to get rid of? How many hours do you sleep per night? What does your morning routine look like? Nighttime routine. You're going to fill out all of this all the way down. And then in the week 1 handbook, there's an overview on this too. So I'm not going to redo my overview. You can watch that there. We fill out your mindset here. You're going to give yourself a score of 1 to 10. You're going to give yourself a score here on your body, 1 to 10. And you're going to go all the way down here and you're going to get a total score out of 80 now. We're going to do this again in 6 weeks and see if our facts have changed, which ideally they definitely should have. You're going to go to future. And now our second worksheet. So do this one possibly beginning of the week and then fill out future at the end of the week. It might take some time to really sit here and think about it. Welcome to your second worksheet. Now that we have clarity on the facts, it's time to determine who the person of your goals and dreams is and start constructing that person, identity, mentality, and habits within your life. Once we have the facts on your point B, so to speak, all we need to do is connect the dots in the days, weeks, and months to come and stay consistent and accountable in our execution of these plans. And you can and will reach your goal. I know it's possible for you if you follow this plan. I encourage you to dream big. Don't play small, dream big and get yourself excited. Even if you fall short of a big goal, you will be happy because you'll set weak goals that don't even motivate you. What's the point of doing that? You'd be surprised at what building up slowly and executing a few small habits consistently will do for your level of achievement for your big goals. Take this attitude. What do you need to become to get the results that you want in mind, body, and life? A high performer. Let's map out what that looks like for you. You're going to go back through this. You're going to build out what you want your life to look like. All right. And then again, in that 6 weeks, we're going to look at the facts. We're going to look at the future and see, have we started to move the needle from our current facts towards what the future looks like? I bet that you have in 6 weeks, but it takes changing your mindset to get there. Time blocking and ABC priorities, stay tuned because you'll need this for later on training that we're going to do. And if you are working with me or another coach one-on-one or in our hybrid program, and you want someone to look over what you're doing, you can click share. You're going to change this from restricted to anyone with the link. Viewer, you can change it to editor if you want me to edit something, copy link. And you can share it to me specifically if you're working with me one-on-one. In Voxer right now is our current form of communication, or one of the other coaches if you're working with them in Voxer. And if you're in the hybrid program and you want someone to review this, you can always put it in the group and someone can take a look at it for you. I'm going to hit done and I'm going to minimize my screen again, stop share. So I hope that this training found you well. I hope that you have started to realize maybe the reasons I haven't solved this before are because I haven't solved my mindset. My mindset is the thing that is holding me back. And if I could just every day, just get a little bit better at my 1% better every day and not try to be perfect, get rid of the all or nothing mindset and start to really focus on where can we go as someone who's going to do this outside of the all or nothing mindset, who's going to do this with giving themselves some grace and some freedom, and who also, though, is going to be someone who takes 100% accountability and ownership of their journey, because no one else is the one that's forcing you to stop at McDonald's. No one else is forcing you to eat ice cream. You have a choice. It's time that you start making the right choices most of the time. Sometimes you won't make the right one, but how do you react when you don't make the right one is what it's all going to come down to. Okay, let me know what questions you have and stay tuned for the next lesson next week.